South, and the big breaking news we're bringing you right now. K. Kavita Bharat, Rashtra Samiti leader as well as daughter of Telangana Chief Minister KCR, is not going to be appearing before the ED. She is skipping the ED appearance. She was to appear before them in Delhi. She had been summoned by the agency for questioning in the money laundering case, which is linked to the Delhi liquor policy case today. Yesterday, Kavita had approached the Supreme Court for an urgent hearing, claiming that as a woman, she cannot be summoned to the ED office and that the probe agency's representatives must visit her instead in her home. She had sent the documents sought by the probe agency through her legal representative and conveyed to the ED that the matter is pending in the Supreme Court. Sources say the ED is unlikely to accept this and will insist on her appearance. Well, let's go across to Uma Sudhir now for more. And so, Uma, quite a turn of events there. Kavita, who was to appear before the ED today, we do know she had approached the Supreme Court yesterday, but the Supreme Court did not give her a stay on the summons, even though they're going to hear the matter now on the 24th. But this morning, the BRS also putting up this show of strength and Kavita skipping the ED summons.
Yes, indeed. Kavita approached the Supreme Court yesterday saying that she would not like to appear before the Enforcement Directorate herself and that the ED should follow the set procedure that when women are to be interrogated, they should come to the residence of the person and then interrogate them. But in this case, the Supreme Court had not given her any interim relief and instead said that they would be questioning her on 24th. What I must point out has happened in the last few hours is that multiple numbers of BRS leaders, including ministers, including her brother K.T. Ramarao, who is the Municipal Administration Minister, senior ministers, Erabali Dayakar, Srinivas Gaud, Satyavati Rathod, all of them are in Delhi. And since the morning, we are told that there were a series of legal consultations with the teams that had, which are working on this to help Kavita in this particular case. And after those consultations, what sources are telling us is that Kavita has sent across word saying that she is unwell and that therefore she will not be able to appear before the Enforcement Directorate as planned. She was otherwise supposed to appear before the Enforcement Directorate at 11 a.m. today, but she has said that she will not be able to appear as she is unwell. So what does that mean now? What we understand is that Soma Bharat, who is the General Secretary of the BRS, has in fact been sent across as her representative to pass on some documents to the Enforcement Directorate. And we do understand that they have conveyed that she is unwell and therefore will not appear before the Enforcement Directorate for questioning. Three things will come up here. One, the Enforcement Directorate is not going to accept somebody else just presenting the documents because they would like her to appear in person before them, because what they would like to confront her is as we understand, the versions and the statements that have been given by two key people. One is Arun Ramachandra Pillai, who is otherwise described as a Hyderabad-based businessman, but who according to the Enforcement Directorate, had told them that he was acting as a Benami of Kavita and that the 32.5% stake that he has in a company called Indo Spirits, which had received an L1 license as part of the new liquor policy in Delhi, that he is actually representing Kavita and is in fact her front man. The second person is Buchi Babu, who is a former chartered accountant as of Kavita. And what we understand is that in his earlier questioning, he had said that there is a political understanding between the AAP government and this South Group. South Group, of course, said to be represented by a Kavita, by a Magunta Srinivasulu Reddy, who happens to be a YSRCP MP, as well as a director of Aurobindo Pharma, Sarath Reddy, son of Magunta Srinivasulu Reddy, Magunta Raghav. All these people are supposed to be part of a South Group, but Kavita has in fact denied that there is anything called a South Group, and she has said that she does not know anything about it. She is not part of a South Group, and that the allegations that are being made is not something that she agrees with. And she said repeatedly earlier that she is willing to face the questioning agencies, the investigating agencies, that she would appear before them and she would cooperate before them. So the second aspect now is whether this will be interpreted by the investigating agency as non-cooperation, and will that become a reason or an excuse that is presented by the Enforcement Directorate to come forward and arrest her. Like our colleague Arvind was pointing out, the Enforcement Directorate does not really physically go and arrest. Usually the procedure is for them to call the person in for questioning, and then subsequently, like it happened in the case of Mr. Manish Sisodia, that they said that he was not cooperating with the investigation, that he was not answering questions in the manner that they would like him to, and that's why they had arrested him. So something like that cannot happen. So will they give her a alternate date? And will they otherwise wait for the March 24 date when the Supreme Court actually hears this particular appeal from Kavita? All that still open-ended questions, but a lot of drama at the residence of Kavita in Delhi, and from Telangana, certainly everyone's eyes on what the developments in Delhi are going to be. Back to you.